Hi, it's Suzanne with a Yoga Deep Stretch video for you, and today we're going to focus on balance. So I want you to completely let go of any expectations. Just roll with it. Meet yourself where you're at when it comes to with balance. Keep your breath flowing. No judgment. Kind of play around with it. Balance is the combination of holding on and letting go. And find yourself, and if you have blocks or books, that would help too, to assist you. So find yourself on your mat. Take a wide-legged stance. And take your arms, extend them out. Deep inhale. Fill all the way up from your feet. Feel your ribs expand, your chest, fingertip to fingertip. Hold your breath, and then exhale, sigh it out. This time, bring your hands on your hips. And inhale, filling up. So you can get a little bit more breath. Hold. Sigh it out. Beautiful. This time, make like a starfish pattern. So extend your arms a little bit up. Inhale. Fill up. See if you can fill up a little bit more. Hold. And as you exhale, sigh it out as your arms float back down. So go ahead and pick up your feet, bend your knees, move your wrists, shake it out. So when you're working with balance, you want to find some place about 5 feet or so in front of you, something that's not moving, just to softly cast your gaze. Just keep that breath flowing. Notice if you're holding your breath back off. This is not anything that has to be so much pressure or a sense of frustration with. We will start finding ourselves rocking back and forth. Ball of our feet, our heels lifted. And start to find some place to cast your gaze. And as you do this, start to come up a little bit higher onto the balls of your feet. And then this time, see if you can keep your heels lifted. Don't worry about how high your heels come up. Breathe here. And then slowly come back down. Start with that alternating marching. So you're going to pick up one foot, bend the knee, and the opposite arm's going to come out. So start to go side to side. Again, don't worry how high your leg comes up. You're working with your brain this time when you're doing this. A little bit more so. And your balance. So keep one foot up and one arm up. Breathing through. Soften your face. And release it down. And start with that marching again. And try the other side. Keep breathing. It's okay if you feel some fluidity. It's not about how still you can be. Release down. Some days it's just not there. But it's always nice to work with your balance at any time. So finding yourself at the front of the mat, we're going to do a little bit of chair pose, which is a bit of a balancing. Finding yourself in mountain pose, about hip distance apart. We're going to take the strain out of our shoulders by bringing our arms into prayer position. So inhale, Sweep up, palms together, and exhale. Start to bring them down the center line of your body, and at the same time, start to sit back, weight in the heels. Take a peek down. Make sure you can still see your toes. Strong legs, strong spine. Breathing here. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release them down. Inhale, open up, take up space with those arms and breath, and exhale, just waterfall it down. Soften your face, soften your gaze. If you'd like to come up into the balls of your feet, lift your heels. Don't doubt the strength of your legs. And then inhale, sweep that up. And exhale, bring that down. So we'll go into a forward fold. And again, soften the knees. No straining in the hamstrings or the lower back. Inhale, arms to shoulder height, extend them out. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, sweep that up, gaze up if it's comfortable. Exhale, fold forward. Soften in the knees. Inhale, flat back, hands on shins or thigh. Exhale, fold. Soften as much as you need to as you inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, back down. So we're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale. Tee it out, open. Exhale, close it in. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Reverse all the way back up. Down. Just warming up the legs, warming up the body. Exhale, sigh it out through the mouth if you're really tight. So one last time. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close it. Inhale. Invite it up. Exhale, over. Flop back. Exhale, fold. Gently come down onto your knees. And do a few rounds of cat-cow. Just a few, organically moving the spine. Then we're going to work on spinal balance, or bird dog pose. Okay, this is going to be a flow one. We're not going to stay stagnant in the beginning. So you're going to start with that just like we did with the marching. So your gaze is a little bit past your mat. First, take an inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Loudly let it go. So start with that. We'll lift our right leg hip height. Left arm. Exhale down. Other side. Sometimes tucking the toes helps you find a little bit more with the balance. If not, keep the toes flat. Inhale, extend. Exhale down. Extend. Exhale down. So this time, whatever side you're on, try to keep that one long line, core strong. Release it down. Other side. Breathing here. Let the heat build. It's okay. Strong body. Release it down. So knees out wide, big toes together. Let yourself sink into your child's pose. Stack your hands, rest a book, rest the forehead. You can relax the elbows if you want. Want a bit of a tricep stretch. Interlace your fingers, bend the elbows, and bring your interlaced fingers back behind. So let your breath send to the back of the body, the kidneys, the back of the lungs, the back of the heart. 2 more breaths here. And then fingers stretched wide. We're going to come up into our first downward dog. It's your first downward dog of the day. Like it is for me, I'm going to keep a good bend in the knees. So fingers spread wide, more weight in between the thumb and index finger. I'm going to tuck the toes and I'm going to soften the bend in my knees. And then I'll just pedal it out. Let the head come between the arms. No weight in the neck. I'm not worried about the heels touching the ground. I'm finding that inhaling all the way up. It's like you're bringing that breath all the way from your fingers. And it's cascading. It's reaching the hips, and then exhale, sigh it out. You're dumping it back into the heels. Beautiful. One more breath. So inhale, fill up. Exhale, sigh it out. So we're going to go ahead and bring your right foot forward to the right hand. And set up for crescent pose, which is a balance pose. And sometimes helping with the balance, you could separate your legs a little bit more, and that right foot in this case would be closer to the right side of the mat. So don't doubt that strong back leg, and don't doubt that strong core, because you're going to bring that belly button in towards your spine and you're going to bring yourself upright. And again, you're not going to worry if it's wobbly. You're going to make sure that you can still see those toes. And you're not going to doubt that back strong straight leg. So stay here, hands on hips. Deep breath like we did in the beginning. Fill the chest up, feel the heart. Feel the ribs lift. And then you're slowly going to bring your hands back down on either side. You can either bring that left knee down, or you can just swing that right leg back. So you're back into that down dog. And pedal that out. Shift this block back a little bit. So fingers stretched wide, like suction cups, thumb and index finger. More weight. Take an inhale, filling up all the way from your fingers. Bring that breath. Suspend that breath like it's suspending over your hips. As you exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Stick the tongue out. One more time. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, sigh it out, let the tongue out. Let go of that stress. So now we're going to bring that left foot closer to the left side. You can help it, guide it however you need to. So take a moment. Strong back leg, strongly lifting. Don't doubt its strength. Separate. You want to bring that left foot closer to the left side of the mat. Strong core, belly button in towards spine. Bring yourself upright. Be sure you can still see those toes. So it's like you're pulling that stability from your feet, keeping you upright, strong. Beautiful. Then bringing your hands back down. Let that left leg come back. And as you do that, start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Soften in the knees. Hands on hips. Bring yourself upright. And then shake it out. So we're going to work on tree pose. No expectations. Find some fun with it. If you are really comfortable with your tree pose, you want to use a block to stand on. Just find something you can challenge yourself with. If you need a wall behind you, everything, no judgment. We're going to start on our right side. We're first going to bring our shoulders up to our ears. Slow rotation, exhale. Bring it down, side out. So find that place to soften your gaze. And you're going to feel connection with that rooting down in your left leg. Strong foundation. Your left foot is growing roots all the way into the earth. And bring your hands in prayer position. If you're more comfortable, bring them on your hips. Whatever works for you. Breathing into that left strong rooted leg. And then you're going to pick up your right foot. You're going to place that right foot either at the ankle, tripod it down. You can bring it up the calf. As long as it's not on the inside of the knee, it's either above or below. And you're just going to remember to breathe. Now trees sway. You feel some swaying. It's perfectly fine. You want to extend the arms up. Have them be the branches. You feel comfortable enough to bring that foot up into the inside of that left thigh. Soften your gaze. Breathe. You lose your balance, just come right back to it. Root it down on that left side. Beautiful work, wherever you're at. And then just slowly release it and shake it out. Pick up that other foot. Shake out the wrists, move side to side. Side out. Let it go. Right side, left side can be completely different. Shoulders up to your ears, soften your elbow. Roll them down. Bring it in the other direction. Shoulders up, back. So same sense of focus. This time rooting down. Imagine strong right thigh is growing roots with your feet. Don't doubt your firm foundation. You always have that firm foundation. And you gotta find that balance of holding on and letting go. Bring your hands to center, however that is for you. Pick up that left foot. And row your tree on this side. Tree pose is a hip opener as well, as you notice that knee is going out to the side. For some of us, can only go so far. You don't want to hold your breath or force yourself into something uncomfortable. This really shouldn't be too much pressure. Firm foundation in that right side. Channel of breath, no holding of breath. You can cast your gaze up, you can close your eyes if you want to work with some more challenging. Try to have a soft smile on your face. And then take your time. This is where your hard work of not rushing into coming out of it. Inside out. Beautiful. So we're going to go this time from crescent pose to warrior three. And this is where I recommend, if you have a book or a block in front of you, Put it to the front of the mat. That way in Warrior 3, you want to rest your hand on it. Warrior 3, when we have that leg lifted, you can have the option of arms forward, arms airplane, arms behind. You do you. Make it however you want. And anytime, again, you lose the balance, you come right back. So standing in mountain pose. Inhale, arms T. Exhale, close, palms together. Inhale up. Then exhale, open up and forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Hands can be on shins, thighs, ground. Exhale, fold. We're going to go ahead and bring our left leg back. So you're setting up for crescent pose first. You can heel toe that right foot a little bit closer to the right hand. Feel more comfortable in that stance. So firm foundation, back, left leg strong. Core engaged. Inhale, bring yourself upright. So let yourself for a moment settle into your crescent pose. Hands can be at prayer position or on your waist. I find sometimes more balance for me when I bring my hands in prayer position. It kind of just center lines over the heart. Inhale here. Exhale. So you're going to just push off that back left foot and you're going to kind of catapult forward. And if your foot has to rest, don't worry about it. Keep a softened bend in that right knee. And then you're slowly going to start to come forward. Soften your gaze. Don't worry about if that right leg is shaking. It's strong. Extend the arms out. Flex that left foot. Wherever you're at, take your time, bend that right knee, and slowly bring that foot back down. Hands come down on either side. Bring that right knee back. Come onto tabletop. I'm going to clear the air with a few cat-cow. Inhale and exhale. Sigh it out. Fingers spread wide, more weight in your thumb and index finger. Tuck your toes. Press up and down dog. Find stillness in your dog. Inhale, fill up. Hold. Exhale, side out. This time start to walk your feet towards your hands. Soften the bend in the knee as much as you need to as you inhale. Sweep up. And exhale all the way down. Beautiful. We'll try the other side. So first inhale, arms T. Exhale, kind of like an accordion, close. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. This time, I'm bringing my right foot back and I'm heel toeing that left foot a little bit closer to the left side. Strong, straight leg, kneecap engaged in that right leg, strong quad, strong core, belly button in towards spine. I let myself come up, I let everything sink. Power pose, hands on hips. So I soften my gaze somewhere in front of me, not holding my breath. Bring my hands in prayer position at my heart. Inhale here, and as I exhale, I just push off that back leg, and I let it float in. And I don't worry about if it catches the ground. And like a pendulum swinging, I start to come forward. And if you have a block or a brick, you can catch onto that. Soften the bend a little bit in the knee, in the side, left side. If you feel like you want to have an airplane, breathing here. Beautiful. Don't worry if you lose it. Slowly come back down. Release that leg. Release your hands. Bring yourself down. Beautiful work. So we're going to go ahead and knees out wide, big toes together. We're going to sink into our child's pose to get that breath into the back of our body. Sigh it out. So we've got our body warm and heated up. So let's continue with this flow. Hands back in. Press back up all the way, bringing yourself upright. So we're going to set for triangle pose. And from triangle pose, we're going to take half moon. This is where I recommend having a block. It's about a foot in front of your mat. In this case, I'm going to bring it a little bit back so I can be in the shot, in the range. You can have it in high position, mid position, whatever you're needing to do. Have your feet comfortable distance. So we're going to start with the right side. Our right foot is turned towards the face of the mat. You're going to bring your arms into T position. And you try not to lock out this leg. In this case, this right leg. I don't want to lock it out. I'm going to keep a soft bend in the knee, but I'm going to shift my weight forward towards the front of the mat, towards that right foot. And then that right hand can bring it down to my ankle. If I want to use the aid of a block, left arm can be on your hip or up towards the ceiling. Breathing here. It's like you're pressed against a plane of glass. So I'm coming into half moon pose. I like to take a little bit more of a bend, in this case the right knee, and I let my hand would either catch the floor or the block, and then I come up off of that left foot and place my hand on my left hip. So I'm kind of turning open that hip towards the ceiling. Gaze can be down, can be up. And if I feel a sense of steadiness, I'll extend that top arm up. I'll try to bring my gaze. Breathing here. Hand back on hip, bend in the knee, and then slowly bring that leg back down and come back up. And shake it out. And just go over to the other side. Have that block handy, close by. This time, left toes are facing the short end of the mat. Comfortable distance, arms teeing out. Inhale here as I exhale, I hinge forward like someone was pulling me to the left. Soften a bend in the knee of that left leg. Extending arm. Again, hand can rest on the block, a brick, ground, on shin. Towards spine. Bring that right hand to my hip. Put a bend in the knee. Place that block about a foot in front of me. And I start to put my weight on the left side. Left foot. I bring that right leg up. Turning that hip towards the ceiling. Feel stable enough? And bring that right arm up. Gaze, start to bring it up. It's okay if you feel wobbly, then hold your breath. Bend Come back in that knee, hand on hip, slowly come back down and bring yourself back up. Nice. Shake it out. So one more pose, which is eagle pose. So I bring the shoulders up to your ears, bring them down your back, a few rotations. And then other direction. So just like we do in tree pose, you're going to start to root down on that left side. We'll start with our left side rooting down. Extend our arms, T position. You're going to float that right foot up, and it's going to wrap around. Now, it can just rest down here on the outer left part of the foot. You can wrap it around. Don't worry about it. It's not, again, not meant for everyone to wrap or be able to or wanting to. So you have that right leg wrapped around, and then you're going to bring your arms, your left arm underneath. And again, this back of the hands, palms can press, whatever works for you. But I want you just to connect with bringing your elbows up. Feel that stretch in your shoulders. Soften your gaze. You want to start to go a little bit deeper. You start to bend that left knee and come down. Breathe in here. And then slowly come out, or come out quicker. Whatever works for you. Shake it out. Sigh it out. And try the other side. Down on the right. Tee out the arms. This time that left leg comes down, wraps either tripods around, or if you can have it catch. Might be able to on one side, might not on the other. And then it's time the right arm underneath, the left arm. And sometimes in this position, maybe just the back of the hands touch. Maybe you can bring your fingertips to the other palm. Bring your elbows up. Strong eagle. Don't worry about holding your breath. If you can start to come down. And then just take your time, come out of it, shake it out. Beautiful work. Take 3 cleansing breaths. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale. Bring your arms down by your side. Again, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, let it go. One last time in powerful pose. Feet spread wide. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale. Let it go. So beautiful. Thank you for trying out some balance. Again, something to work on, play with, and have some fun. Until next time.